on once again. It's Morphin Mania time. I'm Captain Logan.
I'm DJ.
And today we're going to tackle both parts of the Green Candle. Finally, DJ, for the first time in a while, something of relative consequence.
Yes, I remember this one.
Yeah.
Something to say for the last week we've had.
No, that's right. It's been a lot of, and of course, again, I did a rewind on these a few months ago, but it's been a lot of, I can't know what this is until I press play. Oh yeah, it's this one. Okay. But Green Candle is one of like 3 or 4 major Green Ranger like couple or 3-parters in first season. We keep doing this.
Yep. And,
where it's like Green Ranger is really important, and we're already starting to kind of build that like Tommy's the most important thing in the universe thing. But as Eric pointed out a few episodes ago, and I think you've talked about it some too, we haven't done a lot with Tommy yet. It's just green, like he's the new guy, and the green costume looks cool, so like he's a big deal, but only when we do an episode like this.
Yeah, well, Tommy's been doing some things, but Green Ranger has been nowhere around.
Yeah, and that's just because of Sentai footage.
Yeah. It's funny that we're just now introducing the Green Candle like problem, because we've been trying to get around it for a few episodes now, quite a few episodes where we don't use them, but I guess we just finally gave in and said we got to do the candle thing because we can't keep making up puppies that he has to go save and
floats he's got it right. I love it. We both went to the freaking float. No, that's a really good point. In hindsight, and there's a lot of this with Power Rangers, where I'm sure people working on the show would probably occasionally look back and be like, well, if only we knew what the Sentai footage was, or if we knew this show would be popular enough, we needed to work harder.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, I'm not saying there's no effort put into the season, but when you listen to anybody talk that worked on this show in first season, be like, we were just making this dumb kid show. We didn't even think it was gonna be popular. We didn't even think that it would last. We figured it would get canceled very quickly. And so there was some kind of just hobble stuff together and put it in and get it out on TV. And in hindsight, it's really easy to go back and look and be like, yeah, we should have done this real quick.
Yeah. Because I'm assuming this happens right after the Green Ranger saga. In the Sentai.
In the Sentai, I don't know. I think they're adapting the stuff mostly in order, so maybe not. But anyway, we should go ahead and get into it. If you're watching live, greetings. Thanks for being here. And if you want to watch this with us, make sure and click on the link in the description for the Rabbit Room, and you can watch exactly what we're looking at along with us. Fact, make sure and rig up your DVD or your Netflix, and make sure to get ready to press play when I say now, and be sure that you're watching episode 34, The Green Candle. Once again, we're going to watch both parts today. Here we go. We're going to jump right into it. Everybody, please press play right now. There may be some episodes like this, DJ, in Mighty Morphin that I know like something about that we'll find ourselves doing like a little bit of preamble on. After Mighty Morphin era, it's going to be a lot of, I know this episode's supposed to be important.
Yeah, like I said, I know a lot of Space and Lost Galaxy, and you know Dino Thunder.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true. I mean, it'll happen with that show. And I am going back and trying to watch some of the shows that I know we're going to do all of a little bit, I might not end up seeing every episode, but I'll at least have a sense of like premise and maybe main cast. So I've looked at a little bit of Lost Galaxy now, which I had never watched before.
Yeah, that's a fun pilot. I like that pilot. It's very not Saban Power Rangers-y.
Yeah, that's right. And that's the first big one that's not. Man, we could be counting episodes that open with sparring.
It's interesting to see how their sparring is much different than Zach and Jason sparring. Zach and Jason look more like they're having fun and just kind of like dancing around. But then Tommy's so hyper.
Yeah, he's so intense, man.
All the time.
Well, and you can tell that's obviously, I mean, this goes without saying, but that's obviously when Jason David Frank is most in his element. So when he's just sparring, like they should have him doing that most of the time because his acting is best in those scenes. He's not acting. And then when suddenly he has to do like normal people things, you're like, oh yeah, that's right. Jason David Frank, you're not really an actor. And I don't think that's a mean, condescending thing to say. Like, these people were not picked because they were actors.
No. Except maybe Trini. We don't know why she was picked.
That's true. But, you know, I will say something that might be fighting words for some people and might sound a little bit mean. He also, after all these years, hasn't improved that much as an actor.
Yeah, you just watched the reunion episode.
Yes, I did. Oh, look at the tiny scepter.
Oh, interesting.
I forgot about that. Yeah, oh, yeah. Okay, so this makes no sense. We just used this because it was Sentai footage we had. Why does she need to use a map to find Tommy, especially because he's in the juice bar?
All the time. This is the only city they inhabit.
Most episodes open with her giant eye, right? Looking through the telescope. And she always knows somehow where everyone is, but not this time. We're going to do this green candle, and we're going to try to suck him of his powers, and we're going to get revenge on him for going against us, even though we mind controlled him in the first place. I wonder where he is.
Oh, here's your favorite.
Yep. Oh, she's awful.
Well, I don't know if it's her fault. I don't think any girl would be like impressed if someone just started walking up and dancing in her face.
No, I get it right now. I'm saying she's going to be awful later.
Yeah.
Like, I know the whole package. She's not a nice person, okay? She's just not. But no, I'm with you. Like, he's laying it on too thick, and he should just let it go because she's not interested. You think, except she will start dating him later. And I guess I'm not totally sure by the end if she was just leading him on or not.
What is he doing? He looks like Humpty Dumpty.
I think he did that just so that we can have an "I'm stuck" gag.
Ah.
Have you ever seen anyone do that? Any other man? My impression of a woman is my coat's on my head. Oh, look at me! I'm a woman. What is that? What is that? Is it hair? What is it?
He somehow couldn't breathe with his mouth and nose fully exposed. He started freaking out. Maybe he's just claustrophobic.
Yes, Thomas, Angel Grove is in California. And No Bag Studios, Angel Grove is not inside of a Krispy Kreme. There's a Krispy Kreme in Angel Grove, and that's where the Zeo Crystal is buried, at least in the stand behind until the day I die. I think it's hilarious.
Does that mean, do we have like a region that we can narrow down Angel Grove to now that there's a Krispy Kreme? Like, do you have Krispy Kremes out there by you?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, we know it's in California, right?
Oh, I don't know. I always associate that as like a southern thing because we have Krispy Kremes on every corner down here.
No, yeah, but I mean, we have them here too. It's in the Midwest. I don't know if they're in California, but there are episodes that come right out and say, I think Krispy Kreme they come right out and say Angel Grove, California. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they went the whole way.
Almost positive.
Why is he so shy?
Would you like to go to the putty dance? Let's go to the putty dance. I'm sorry, what?
Why is he so shy? They're like best friends.
Well,
they hang out like all the
so
time.
I'll give you the BS TV answer, okay? The BS TV answer, where we try to like create drama out of that would be, well, because they're friends, it's harder to ask her because if it doesn't work out, it would ruin our friendship. See?
Yeah.
It's that whole thing.
Ross and Rachel.
But he does not write. But he right. They're on a break. but Tommy here, does not strike me as like somebody that would necessarily be that shy. Although the problem is he's just inconsistently characterized, right?
Yeah.
There are episodes where he seems to be really shy socially. So they do that thing where he can do the martial arts stuff and he can be in front of a crowd doing that. And he's not afraid of a fight, but as soon as he has to talk to another person, he kind of caves a little bit. So he's an introverted person that will do physical stuff. But I don't know that he's always characterized like that.
Yeah, if he was consistently like that, I'd totally relate to that because I'm actually a lot like that.
I think we're going that way with it sometimes. Now, consistently, he does have a hard time asking girls out.
Okay, so that comes back.
They will do that with Cat too. Yeah. They do that with Cat
just
with
because
Cat
you're
and
like
Zio.
just because you're in good shape and active and an athlete and stuff doesn't mean you're comfortable. I mean, talking to women.
No, it certainly doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, and I like that if it's intentional.
Yeah. I wish I would have started counting the sheer number of times he does jump spinning outside crescent kicks, because he does it so many times.
Yeah, we also could have counted number of times Putty's best Power Rangers, because it's not that often. When it happens, it's obviously for plot reasons.
Why did he call him Metalhead? Is he supposed to be metal? I never thought of him as like wearing. I guess
it's
armor.
metal armor, sure.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before, but like, I don't think. Remember when Jason thought he was wearing like a mask? It's not a monkey mask, but I think it is a helmet. Like, I don't think it was born like that.
Helmet. Yeah.
There are monsters where you can't tell. We're just
I really
like they were
want
born that way.
like,
he actually looks like he's wearing something.
Yeah, he looks like he's wearing armor, and he's just like a monkey guy underneath.
Yeah, exactly.
I really
want. It'd be really funny to see Goldar in street clothes.
Yeah, I really want an artist to do that, because I want to know what his hair looks like. He has this hair that comes out, but I don't know what it looks like on top.
That's true.
I want him to
It'll
just
be like Thanos, right? Where it's like, oh, that looks weird without the. I never thought I'd see that without the helmet.
Yeah.
What candle? This one.
The one I'm conveniently standing in front of for dramatic effect.
We know it's a big deal because we're back in the 4 foot by 4 foot dimension.
Why is this not a stage on the game?
It should be. On the phone game? Yeah, it should be.
Smoke everywhere.
No, that'd be awesome. And real minimalistic, but awesome. But you can have stuff like in the background. I don't know.
Yeah, I wish they would build more stages, and we can talk about that later. But yeah, I don't like that the stages are linked to like what level you're on, because you're stuck on the same stage.
DJ and I have so much to say about that phone game. We could almost do like a Legacy Wars channel. Like we could just do a whole channel for like. I'm sure somebody's doing that.
Yeah, people are doing it, and a lot better than us. So I don't know if people would watch us talk about it.
No, we just do it here for the audience we already have, and then.
Yeah.
So, my mother had that exact same candlestick, and I remember seeing this when I was a kid and being distracted by that. Where I was like, "We have that candlestick."
Did you think Goldar was going to come steal it?
Yes, DJ. I always had a difficult time understanding the difference between reality and fiction.
I forget you were older.
Dude, I think even at 7 or 8, I wouldn't have had that.
Well, I was like 3 at this time. So.
Oh, that's true. You're a youngin'. Yeah, that's the only possible answer, Zordon. There's nowhere else he could be. But I mean, that's fair. She's pretty predictable. She likes to throw people in her interdimensional prison. Okay, was that line necessary, Alpha? Yeah, it's the alarm. We can all hear it.
Well, neither was Look, the viewing globe.
It's a good thing the Power Rangers always know they're blocking when they stand in front of the viewing globe. Like, they know where they're supposed to stand.
So they can control the Dragon Zord with his coin?
I guess.
Or is he just throwing a fit because they have Tommy?
Well, no, I mean, we know that she's controlling it. Zordon just said that. Yeah, I would think that would be harder to do for any of the Rangers except for Green, right? Because what calls the Dragon Zord is the dagger. So if you had that, you could call it. But I'm actually not sure if you got the Rangers power coins, if it would make sense if you could call Zords.
Yeah.
I also don't know what the rules are really in general in Power Rangers. So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt always. And the same thing with characterization, too. When I was complaining earlier about inconsistent characterization, I might have been reading too far into Power Rangers. I always worry about that.
Yeah, we got to talk about something.
Wow. Did you see those animated chain links?
Man.
That's hilarious.
That's the one, like, why would you do that? The one time we don't just, like, jump cut chains on someone in Power Rangers.
Yeah, and if you wanted to have the animated like sparkly stuff on the other sides, just animate that on top of an actual chain.
Yeah. This is a really cool set. I love this set. I know
that was a dumb choice. This is probably not a set. This is probably outside someplace.
Well, they've dressed it with planks of metal and concrete
and smoke machines.
Yeah,
they do have that going on. Right, he's going to tell you right in the middle of this fight. Where's Tommy? Oh well, since you asked.
I guess Angel Grove is in California. Look at all the smog.
Right. I want the scary pollution music in this scene. Pollution.
Please write a Geekvolution song to that tune.
Challenge accepted. David says they were obviously testing out the amazing CG they'd be using in the '95 movie.
Oh man.
Oh, that's rough.
I can't wait to that, because the Ninja Zord is like one of my favorite Megazords, and
they just made it look really bad. It's
horrible,
and it's translucent in weird places for no reason. And
yeah, it's got like the T1000 like metal effect on it. It looks weird.
Yeah, and like I don't know. I get that at the time it felt more state of the art than it does now. Like I thought it looked okay when I was a kid. Now I'm just like, what was I thinking? Especially at that time, you just put people in suits, man. Even for the space stuff, it would have looked better. Even if you had to put them on wires. We've talked about wire work, and you know what they should have done? They should have done what you do a lot with animation. They should have just outsourced that to Japan. Just let the Sentais make it.
Yeah, they're doing that in major motion pictures too.
Just let them do what we stole for our movie. Should have just given that to Spawn.
Yeah, I don't know why. It looks terrible. Like they can't even move. They can only like barely move because it's
and then the Megazord fight, such as it is in the Turbo movie, kind of looks better because it's just a TV show.
Yeah.
And that's probably the only nice thing you'll ever hear me say about that movie.
I always liked, when I was a kid, I liked the Turbo movie. I know you're going to hate me for this. I like the
no, not at all.
Better than the first movie because it was in canon. It felt more like the show.
Oh yeah, I totally understand that. I was just bored to tears. Yeah. Now, again, I was older and I was starting to get on my way out, with Power Rangers. But like, I saw that in the theater, and even in the theater, I was like, really? The whole it's car themed, but the whole thing takes place on a pirate ship. All right.
But yeah, we've talked about this before. You were always more like into the Zords and stuff than I was, so I wasn't really like upset about not seeing the Zords.
Whoa! Fight this yellow lot, I sound in charge.
This is what you should set up in your basement. Is this setup they have here? Inside the Megazord?
Oh, that would be really cool. Yeah. Or are you talking about like for a set to shoot Omnibus on?
Yeah, just line up some chairs, print out the backboard thing.
Broadcasting once again from the Megazord.
His green jeans. He's got his green jeans.
His green jeans. So I'm getting to a point where my eyes just starting to glaze over a little bit when we go into the dimension and these guys fight, because we're never progressing story. This is fight, and then move to another scene, and then cut back to this, fight, and then eventually we just arbitrarily decide this is the part in the story where this happens. Case in point. That's the part of the story where this happens.
So he used a little ingenuity there. He grabbed the sword and he remembered what he did to get there, and somehow it took him out.
Hey, that's about the best you get, man. Good job, Tommy. Way to remember how you got there. That's that sci-fi TV logic of I just need to do the exact opposite of what I did before. And then I'll move and then I'll go back to the present in a time travel scenario. David says, I got to disagree with DJ. The Turbo movie killed my interest in Power Rangers. I had exactly the same thing. But David is closer to my age. And I think if you had been watching Mighty Morphin all the way up or most of the way, and you were like 11 or 12, you might have felt the same way.
Yeah. Hey, well, you can't disagree with me because I just said I liked it better.
Oh yes, of course.
I didn't say it was better. I just said I always appreciate
No,
it.
but I'm just saying, like, if you may not have liked it even that first time if your experience had been different.
Yeah, but I'm not saying I like really liked it. I always like the show better. I'm just
Yeah.
saying compared to the first movie, which was like not even. It felt so.
Oh, you're saying just compared to that movie?
Just in comparison, that I appreciated that it was more in line with the show than the first one was.
Thomas wants to know how Tommy escaped. I'll give you a demonstration. He took a sword and he did this, and then he escaped. Mm-hmm.
So this monster is a shapeshifter.
It's really intellectually stimulating television we're watching. It's looking pretty grim for the Green Ranger. And this is going to be his primary character drama all the way up until White Light. It's not going to be any kind of internal conflict. It's not going to be any like personal insecurities or uncertainties. It's not going to be any like actual character flaws. It's just going to be, my powers don't work anymore, right? And that makes me less a Power Ranger than I used to be.
This is our first instance, guys, of losing / giving up powers.
Oh, there he is. He's writing it down.
So let me add this.
Oh, Thomas says, no, I mean, how did he disappear during the fight? Oh, that's a good question.
I guess they didn't have his coin because he teleported out of there with it.
Uh-huh. And he didn't morph, so they didn't have his dagger.
His acting is fantastic.
That's great. Yeah, so this is what passes for pathos for Tommy, David Jason Frank.
He was real. He was
that look. That's what.
He was real Captain Kirk with that line, though. Did you hear him?
Yeah, he was.
Green Ranger is finished. It's really funny.
It's all over. Okay, folks, we're about to go right into the second part of the Green Candle. I'm glad it's not 5, and I wonder if it's going to feel like Green with Evil, except with the whole middle portion taken out. Like, I wonder if 2 is going to feel like also plenty is getting done, and we just didn't need those middle 3 parts. DJ,
I don't know. I'm really missing some just meandering around in the weight room with some evil glances.
In the weight room. Yeah, they could have been in that other dimension for a long, long time. Like, I was complaining that my eyes glaze over when we go there, but we at least didn't do it like 15 times like we did Green with Evil. All right, folks, let's go ahead and jump right into the second part. This is episode 35, of season 1, so make sure you're on the right episode if you're watching this after the fact. And everybody else, just make sure you're looking at the rabbit room, and I will press play for you. Here we go, folks. Back to action. Everybody please press play right now. I'm telling you, DJ, I can come up with a different pose every time.
I'm really glad you're remembering the catchphrase. I like that we're getting that started.
Yeah, I've been doing it today. I think last time I didn't do it every time, but
yeah. Going well. I like it.
Yeah, I almost said I wish I had a Ranger suit. I don't think I would wear a Ranger suit 4 hours a week doing the show.
No. It would get very hot, especially in the
really don't, but I wish I had more like Power Ranger t-shirts.
Yeah, my friend has a couple suits. He has a really nice Silver Ranger suit from space. That's awesome.
Oh, that's really cool.
And he's friends with the Silver Ranger, the guy who plays Zane. He met him at a con, and they just kind of like stayed friends and keep talking.
Oh, that's really cool.
So he's a really big Silver Ranger fan. But he told me the place he gets his suits from, but I think they're like $1,200.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a big project or something, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Back Studios in the super chat. What past season characters should come back again? I would make the argument that, and do you mean
That's
just for
question.
like, yeah, do you mean just for, a reunion episode, or actually like bring them back for a regular show?
Well, he says like Tommy and Dino Thunder, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, who would be your first pick, DJ?
Of this cast here, or just
I mean, it just says past season characters. So I would assume just any series.
Whew.
I mean, that's tough. And sometimes questions are so broad, I can't. It's hard to narrow it.
I'd rather just answer what we're watching right now. That's hard.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and answer what's right now. And it's hard not to say things that they almost did that they didn't. Like, Zeltrax was supposed to be Billy. That's genius. And it still hurts my feelings that that's not what it was.
Oh, really? I never heard that.
Yeah. Zeltrax was supposed to be Billy having gone bad.
That's crazy. But I don't think he would have came back after his bad memories.
No, I don't think he would have either. But I don't know if there were ever talks or anything. But, like, just the idea that that reveal wasn't anyone we'd really heard of except for in that show, like, that being kind of a reunion season, that should have been somebody we knew.
Yeah. Especially with Tommy, like, I mean, Billy and Tommy didn't really have any rivalry, so I don't know. Maybe Jason would have been better.
That's true. But yeah, Billy would be up there.
Yeah, Billy could be a great
partly just because Bryan Cranston. partly just because
Billy Cranston. Brian, I got you.
Partly just because he's a decent actor.
Billy crams tons.
No, I hate that. It's not funny.
It's not funny at all. I don't know what they were doing with that.
It's not good.
The actor delivered it the best he could, but
I want to see David Fielding come back as Zordon. There's some way that we resurrect Zordon.
In the flesh. I wonder how old is he now? He might look a little more like Zordon.
Yeah. He's in his 50s, I think.
Okay.
And he would do it in a heartbeat. Drop of a hat, he'd come back, I bet.
I was out of this cast. I was immediately going to say Jason, but he has come back several times now. So maybe I might like to see Zach because he's never had to come back. And
no, he looks great.
And I saw him at Dragon Con a couple of years ago, and he's always
the first Ranger I met.
Oh yeah, same.
He was super nice. Yeah.
He always regrets like not being able to do the movie and just leaving when he did. So I think that'd be really cool to bring him back. And he comes to cons all the time, so he clearly loves it.
Yeah, no, he's never come back for a reunion episode, which is kind of curious. But I bet he'd come back to be a series regular.
Yeah,
unless he's just busy with something else.
I'm sure he's still in great shape.
So we haven't said word one about the episode we're watching.
Nope.
We were answering that question.
Great question.
But they're still trying to figure out the Green Candle thing. They were building something in the command center. I don't know what's going on. Oh yeah, okay. So looks like we built pattern enhancers.
Is this another crazy invention that no one notices?
Depends on what it does.
Yeah, if it does something cool.
I missed the exposition of what exactly they're building those for.
The exact wording in my list is life-altering inventions that go completely unnoticed, which is why I didn't count the Cake-O-Matic, because that wouldn't change anyone's life. That was terrible.
No, you can't count the Cake-O-Matic. Does anybody else think these things look like giant protractors?
Yes, they do.
What can you do with these? We can make a big circle in the sand.
Just flip it upside down, and there you go.
David says they look like super soakers.
They actually just did the chin thing.
David said, I'd love to see 95 movie Zordon come back, just hear him do that awkward Rangers line delivery again. We're going to say everything we have to say about that movie before we get to it. I've already done commentaries on that.
Side note, what does that even do? When you point here and someone looks down and then you hit him in the chin, why do they have to look down for you to hit him in the chin? I never understand that.
Yeah. What you're just saying, you could just, because they're not expecting it, so they're less likely to like throw your hand away, and they're just supposed to be, haha, you didn't expect it. I get, no, it's dumb.
I don't get that. It's so weird.
We also could be counting bulk winding up in barrels or trash cans.
Or bird sound effects.
I can do stars!
He's just sitting in the command center the whole episode.
Okay, so at the risk of annoying people, can I complain about it again? It's just every time. Man, I just wish I could go with them. Something about the way he says that is always weird.
I never catch it. I need to
going all the way back with them. Just something about the way he says it. That's right, Alpha. It is. You exposition bot.
It's really all.
Oh, of course, Zordon. That's all it could possibly. Oh, you know what? That's right. And I had the same. Okay, so when I was taking notes for this, because yes, I took copious notes on first season. You know what? I should have pulled those out. I should be looking at them while we're talking. I would have more interesting things to bring up because I actually took notes on this. But then it would make season 2 look way less interesting because I've not done that yet. Yeah. But I had the same note you did where it was like, wait a minute, how do you get the okay? It's not the Dragon Zord. It's Cyclopsis posing as the Dragon Zord.
Gotcha. And we did see him in last episode transform into both, but it looks like they only have one suit because they never fight each other.
They never go against each other. Yeah. No, that's what it is. No, I took like 60 pages of notes on this.
That's almost a page each episode.
It's ridiculous. I should publish those at some point. I wrote some really amusing things down. Oh, is he gonna eat the pole? No, he's not gonna eat the pole.
Oh, they maybe do have 2 suits.
Yeah, because we're getting.
Or maybe this is just.
No, it wouldn't be 2 suits. Yeah. That's got to be a separate suit, right?
Look at us. We're thinking they actually are combining parts together.
Yeah, it's like that stupid review I saw years ago of what was it? I think the Tholian Web from Star Trek, where somebody said, this was like pre-internet. Somebody was like, it's really impressive that they just rebuilt the Enterprise bridge. It's like, no, they didn't. They used the same bridge, obviously, for a sister ship. That's why they made it a sister ship, so they didn't have to build another bridge. Duh! This was a professional reviewer.
Hey, man. He was able to suspend his disbelief.
Having an off day. They use that a lot. Really going, ah! Whoa, that's a cool view.
That was a cool shot, yeah. From inside the Dragon.
Inside the cockpit, yeah. We'd never get that.
Did you see that today? They added the Dragon Sword to the mobile game?
Yeah, he looks cool.
I haven't seen him. I haven't actually played him yet, but
I haven't either, but I just saw footage.
Yeah.
I finally looked at that. That's pretty cool.
Hey, they do their own unique effect with Cyclopsis or whatever his name is.
It's good. I think this is Cyclopsis. Zordon said Cyclops monster, and there is a Cyclopsis. I'm pretty sure this is Cyclopsis. But if memory serves, he comes back again later.
Okay. Cyclops is a pretty generic monster. I wouldn't be surprised if there's several Cyclops monsters.
Yeah, and guys, it's just been a few months. I might not be remembering this right. I think Cyclopsis comes back with Lokar in Doomsday, but we'll just have to watch and find out.
Man, they are lining up those shots really nicely. Like when he changes back, like the camera's not moving at all, and it looks like he's rolling right into it.
I think this might end up, DJ, being the first of these multi-parters where the second part is not vastly inferior to the first part.
Yeah.
Like, this is consistently at least as good as the first episode, I think.
Yeah. Okay. He's like...
this might be the last time we see each other. And
you're wearing jorts.
I was just gonna say, like again, these characters are pretty generic, don't have a lot of personality. There's not a lot of like specific things about each of them that they like about each other. It's like as if we built up to it or something. Jason, good luck.
Hey, man.
Oh, we're back here again. But now he's fighting Jason.
There he is.
Pressure.
Okay, Billy just built a device that could tap into their alternate dimensions. So that's definitely a life-changing event.
Yes, it would be. But once again, that teacher in Fan Four Stick would not be impressed.
Nah. I
mean, unless they could do it without things exploding, maybe then he'd be impressed. Bag Studios just writes biceps. Well, they're gonna work on that, Alpha. That's Zach's thinking face. His very concerned thinking face.
Type in. Oh, Zach's going too. What if Billy just said, Zach, good luck.
Good luck. Thanks, man. We've been through a lot together. Let's not ever actually discuss things in any depth at all, but we've been through a lot together.
I can't take him seriously in these jean shorts.
Why wouldn't you morph first?
I don't know. FaceTime.
Like, were we told that? I don't remember, honestly. Do the morphers just not work here at all?
That must be what it is, because he had to wait till he got back before Tommy could teleport away.
Okay, but then don't you remember in Green with Evil when he was like, I have your power morpher, why don't you just come over here and take it from me?
Wait, so when Kimberly said get him back safely, she just meant grab him by the hand and like lead him out? Why did they...
Oh, Back Studios was not talking about biceps? I thought you were just talking about Jason with his biceps. I'm sorry. What was it, DJ?
Wait, what did he say?
He was answering someone and he was trying to write Cyclops, but it somehow turned into biceps, and it's a whole thing. Or Biclops, and it turned into biceps. And anyway,
yeah, iOS will do.
What was that sound?
iOS is the worst. It always adds apostrophes to words that don't need apostrophes. I'm convinced they're part of the problem with everyone thinking you need to add apostrophes to plural nouns, because they add apostrophes all the time and it doesn't need it.
Do the Power Rangers have to practice saying things in unison? And if one of them doesn't say Ultrazord, does the Ultrazord not show up?
I'm not showing up if only 4 of you say it.
Yeah. Like, is that the... Well, I'm thinking maybe it's like a secret, or maybe it's like how it's programmed. It's the code, like self-destruct sequence where like you have to have like a captain and a couple of commanding officers. Like maybe you need all 5 of them to say it. Wouldn't that be a great dramatic situation where it's like, because we never have a reason all 5 or 6 of them have to be in a place at once. Where it's like, oh no, we can't beat this monster without Billy. He better show up. But what if it was like, oh, we can't call Cyclopsis unless there's 5 of us?
You mean Titanus?
Titanus. We can't call Cyclopsis. We can't call him. Okay, I think they've been relatively consistent about how far down that candle's gone. So, like,
but
I guess that's good.
It just kind of blew out. And he still has powers.
I'm still yelling. That means I'm in charge. Okay, Kimberly, pro tip, never touch the shield in American footage.
It's like...
Okay, because it's just going to fold over itself. It's made of Halloween costume material.
Like, why would they go through that much trouble to even add like the same designs on the diamond? If just get like different material.
Yeah, I don't know why they couldn't. I don't know why they couldn't make it out of some kind of hard plastic.
His armbands were foam too.
It makes you wonder if they. Oh, and this is the red shield again. I forgot we did that.
Man, I wish I would have known that. I would have made a thumbnail for it if I could find a picture of him.
There's still time, man.
That's true. We're not revealing him yet.
There's still time. Well, yeah. I mean, we're recording this right now. I'm
You guys don't know what we're talking about yet.
Yeah.
I promise. I made thumbnails for these.
I forgot we ever saw Tommy without the shield, the Green Ranger. And this is going to sound like a really stupid thing to say because it's just the same outfit everybody else is wearing, but it doesn't look good without the
I know.
shield.
I was just going to say that. It looks lame for some reason.
Have you ever wondered what it might have looked like, though, if all 6 of them had shields? Like, I think the shield on everybody would have looked cooler.
Yeah. I don't know about Yellow. It might look weird on yellow, but
Yeah, maybe
actually,
so.
pink, now that I'm thinking about it, pink and gold might look weird.
Oh, don't worry, Tommy. You'll not only be a Ranger again, but we just won't be able to get rid of you.
Why do the American suits have like scarves around their neck? You see that? Look at Billy's neck.
Yeah.
That is not how it looks in the Sentai footage. Baggy and like.
Yeah, it's just pretty baggy. I think they maybe made it a separate piece, so sometimes it wears weird.
Yeah, look at Kimberly's neck.
Yeah, she looks like she has an Adam's apple.
What a weird way to play us out. Like, why did he give him the shield? Like, he didn't do anything with it.
Did they not talk about that? I thought there was something, just from the review I did before, I thought there was something about, like, using the remaining power, just, like, keeping it around so that they could try to get, like, his full power back later or something. I forget.
Yeah. But you would, from this episode, you would think that he would always have that shield every time the Red Ranger shows back up.
Oh, look, DJ, we're getting a personal we're getting personal information about Tommy. He likes to practice outside.
He likes the fresh air.
See personal details. He's not just a generic one-dimensional hero. No, of course not.
Oh, this music.
Yeah, I think they took this right from Full House.
Oh man, so much for being shy. He just goes right in.
You just go, yeah, that's right. Oh, you were just playing it up, were you? That was a ruse.
Oh yeah, I'm so shy.
Kimberly, you should be really worried about what that next question is going to be.
Usually you ask that before you kiss them.
I was wondering if I could go out on a date with you now that we've made out by the lake. Wouldn't it be funny if she said no?
She did. She like turned around for us and like
so
pretended to.
This was a big deal for kids.
Yeah.
Keep up with the show. I think partly just because it being a kid's show, I think some people didn't think they would even go as far as to let two characters kiss like that.
I know.
That was just a big deal for people.
I mean, after you see Bulk shirtless, anything's on the table.
That was the precursor. They were like, if parents don't revolt, if we don't get 500 letters about this.
About this like 28-year-old hairy-chested man playing a high schooler,
then maybe it won't be a big deal to have two like 24-year-old adults that we're pretending like are maybe 15, maybe 18. I don't know.
Hey, I mean,
kiss, maybe that'd be okay.
It took Friends 10 seasons to get their characters together, so we're already doing better than them.
That's true. Well, you know, I mean, 10 seasons collectively.
Yeah.
But anyway, well, there we go. There's Green Candle. That one holds up pretty well.
So we're doing Friends commentaries after this, right?
I won't commit to that.
Yeah, those are great. That was a good 2-episode multi-parter.
I just don't know if we're going to have the same audience for that. Well, it certainly wouldn't be the same audience.
No, I don't know if Crabtree and Bagtree
Crabtree and Bagtree.
Sorry, guys.
I'm just waiting for you to finish your sentence, man.
Crabtree and Bag Studios. I don't know if they would be interested if we.
Yeah, I don't know if they would either. Yeah, Cinematographic. Is he gonna show up for Friends?
Let us know.
What would we call it? The Friend Zone? Is that the name of that commentary series? Baron OKC says I would. Why not? Anyway, no, don't get this started. We'll get messages. People are like, no, really, do it.
It's gonna be Teen Wolf all over.
David says we don't talk about Teen Wolf. I'm kidding. David says, how did this bag get on my head? I am Bagtree. Thomas says he would show up. Anyway, everybody, thanks a lot. What would that even be like? Like doing commentaries on sitcoms? Thanks for watching, folks. We sure appreciate it. DJ, are we gonna do the next one, or are we gonna call it a night?
If you're game, I'm good because we'll be done at like 12. I mean, I don't want to get too inside baseball, but it's only an hour because 3 episodes, so I'm down.
Okay, cool. Eric may or may not be with us. We'll find out. But we'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes, folks. So come back with us if you're watching live right now, and we're going to do some more. We're going to watch 3 episodes of the next one because we have a multi-parter after this. And I think, DJ, it might be Doomsday right after this.
Yes, it
Birds
is.
of a Feather, Cleanup Club, Bad Reflection on You. That's what we're doing next. And then next time, we'll open with Doomsday. So, guys, we'll see you again in just about 5-6 minutes. I said 5 or 10. It shouldn't be that long. We'll see you again soon. Thanks a lot for watching. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Bagtree.
You're not Bagtree. You're DJ.
I'm DJ. See you guys later.
See you later, folks.